G'day YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a huge Proline tyre test. We've got all three sets of Proline's new 1/24 scale tyres. We've got the Proline trenches. We also have the Baja Pro X. And we've got the Super Swampers. So let's jump straight into it and see if there's a standout performer amongst these tyres. So to keep the testing fair, each set of tyres is mounted up to their standard unvented bead locks. The foams are standard. The only thing that I've done to the tyres is wash them all with simple green to remove the mold release compound, and then I've run them all several times on the course so that they have an even layer of dirt on them. The test course is set up into three main sections. Across the back of the bench we have a side slope for the truck to traverse across. In the front here we've got this steep technical obstacle where line choice is absolutely critical. At this end we've got our solid rocky incline, which really forces the tyres to try to find traction without a lot of edges to grab onto. We also have a bonus line through the middle of the course where the truck can squeeze through this valley between these two large rocks. So let's start off with the trenches on the side hill obstacle, which is probably the easiest of the obstacles. You need to start off keeping the wheels fairly high up. Try to keep the truck balanced as best as possible. Let's see how the trenches go over this more technical section at the front of the course. Let's push the trenches up this rocky incline and see if they can find traction on this smooth rock. We've got the trenches going through the bonus line. Super nice. The trenches felt really good on the rocks. They're a really nice smooth tyre. When they do break traction, they're very predictable. They don't cause a lot of bounce, which throws the truck offline. Let's get the Super Swampers mounted up and run them through the same tests and see how they perform. We've got the Super Swampers mounted up and we're going to see how they go across the side hill section at the rear of the course. Really stable feeling, so far so good. Those aggressive side lugs really dig in. Now let's see how the Swampers do on our vertical. Very solid performance. Let's try out that bonus line with the Swampers. The Super Swampers performed really well. I didn't expect them to do as well on the rocks as the trenches, but this tread pattern really holds its own. They're also a really good looking tyre in my opinion. Let's test out the Mickey Thompson Baja Pro X next. And we'll just run them across the traverse here and see how they perform. Now we'll see if those aggressive lugs help us out on the steep incline or if they hold us back a little bit. The truck does bounce a lot more when the tyres slip. A little bit more wheel speed. But they still are able to make it to the top. We've got the Baja Pro X running the bonus line. Those side lugs are crazy. All three tyres handled our tests pretty well. I did notice the super aggressive tread lugs on the Baja Pro X can be a disadvantage when the tyres start to spin, especially on an incline like this. The truck starts to bounce and it can throw the vehicle offline. So that's one of the downsides to having a super aggressive tread pattern like that. But they do hook up really well on the rocks. The side lugs grip incredibly. So I think they're a pretty good all-rounder. I think they would do really, really well on a trail truck. The trenches, to me, felt super smooth and predictable in all conditions. The way the side lugs perform and the lack of bounce when they spin, to me, is a real bonus with those trenches. A big surprise for me with these super swampers, they feel that the center of the tread doesn't have a lot of biting edges on it, but they performed almost as good as the trenches. I think these are a really good all-rounder as well. I'm eager to try these swampers out on a vented wheel, maybe something with a little bit of extra weight in it. I think these would be a really, really good tyre. I don't think there's a clear winner. I think depending on what you're trying to achieve, all three tyres are a fantastic option. I'm looking forward to trying them out in more diverse conditions and on different vehicles. That's where we're going to wrap things up for today. Hopefully that gives you guys some ideas on how each of these tyres performs. I think they're all a really good option. The Baja Pro X, I probably wouldn't choose that strictly just for rock crawling, but for mixed terrain, loose terrain, trail truck sort of use, I think they're a fantastic option. The rubber compound on all three tyres feels really, really good. I don't think you can go wrong choosing any of these tyres. If you got any value out of today's video, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.